So here we are once again, another episode of Jordy Tries Not to Waste Money. So these are the later cases I've been carving lately. You guys see it. For the regular subscribers, I've been making lots of videos. You get the molds, you buy these molds on Amazon, you pour it with epoxy, it will come out like this. And then you get your Dremel, then you carve them for the Bic lighter cases. Now, I really don't know what I'm going to say here, but I've already given these. This is a universal mold release. I've already sprayed these with the mold release. Now, this mold stuff because what I'm going to do is I got what I got here. Not this one, but this one, or this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pour 5 molds at once. And like I said, I've already sprayed them with the mold release. I just carved these really quick this morning. Now, I did my research on Amazon, and this is the stuff I decided to buy. BBDINO, Part A and Part B. So they're just both, I got a big measuring cup here. So I'll say if this one's 500, so one will be 500, another one will be 500, and it will equal 1,000. That's probably not what I'm going to use though, but anyways. So, like I said, I've already sprayed them with mold release. Where's that thing that I made? Oh, here it is. I made this with, this BBDINO stuff was $50 American. They give you great, easy to read instructions too. So, and the kit that I got has some stirring sticks and some other stuff. This is like a dollar foam board. I glued the hell out of it last night. I tried to measure it and do my best. I hope it doesn't leak when I pour it. The last mold that I made started leaking. I had to get my hot glue gun out and fix it quickly. Luckily, it stopped leaking. So I'm going to get those lighters in here with the hot glue gun. Then I'm going to mix this stuff up in here. Then I got this beaver. I think it just it's a thing, a gas reliever. So you put that lid on here, you put the thing in there, and it will bubble. It will gas out all the bubbles in there. It will suck out all the bubbles in there. Then I got my pressure pot over here where I'm going to pressure pot it and do that. So total unprofessional video, just like all my videos. But let's see if Jordy does not waste his money. Let's see if I can make molds out of these lighters. Okay, so I got all the lighters glued in there. Just use this little hot glue gun. I'm going to put some gloves on. Now I'm going to mix this stuff up. Now, for the people that haven't done this, even with epoxy, it's very important that you mix it really good. Read what the instructions say. So this is like 500A, 500B. You got a good measuring cup here so you can make it perfect. And take your time mixing it. Well, don't take your time, but mix it thoroughly and good. Scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, keep mixing it. So once I got this mixed up good enough, I'm going to put it in here, get the bubbles out of it, most of them anyways, then put it in the pressure pot. Yep, carry on. I know 100% I mixed up way too much. But what do you do, right? It's better to have more than not enough. I can pour little green owls and stuff, pour some rubber cases. Once again, this is the mold stuff, so I got to keep mixing it. This stuff is a lot more watery than mixing up epoxy resin, but so I think I got it mixed up good enough now. Now into the degas chamber. Now I know you need a way bigger container to degas stuff because the bubbles come way up, then they go down. So I'll guarantee I'm going to have some leakage here. Okay, well, it didn't overfill, so that's good. Just let all those bubbles come out of there. That's degassing it. Working pretty good. Okay. Now I gotta pour it in there. Man, I made way too much. I'm not gonna film pouring it, but I'm gonna take my time. Okay, this is really hard to film and pour at the same time, but anyways, that's that. Come on, get over in there. There, it's going inside now. Okay, I gotta stop filming. Okay, so I got it all filled up. I had a line drawn on there to how much as I wanted to fill it. Look at all this extra stuff I got here. That's why it's always good to have an extra thing you want to do to use it. But anyways, into the pressure pot. Oh boy. Wish me luck. Who remembers this owl? I gotta finish carving. Okay, so I got that out to about 50 psi, but who do you know ever that has poured a mold inside of a mold? Yeah, got an owl here, got a Grim Reaper there, got an owl here, got a dish soap here. Just quickly run to my other room, got some mica powders and put it in there. If it doesn't work, I don't care, just better than wasting it, but man, I poured way too much. Yeah, I could have figured out the formula, but I'm just too lazy. Now, I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow to unmold this stuff. They say 6 hours, but it's better for me to wait. All right, so I'll say sorry in advance if I say things that aren't quite proper right now. Like I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I said I don't know if I've said if I've slept or not, but I haven't slept. I got a lot of shit going on. I'm not going to talk about it right now. All of it's pretty positive. Anyways, happy it didn't leak. That's for sure. All right, we're getting to an exciting part, so I thought I'd bring you guys back. Here's the bottom of it. And it looks like that hot glue kept the lighters in place perfectly. I remember I did another, I don't know if it was epoxy pour or something, but I didn't have the piece glued enough good at the bottom, and it floated up and epoxy got underneath the piece. But yeah, oh, worked out perfect actually. Yep. There's just a little bit of some stuff there, mold stuff that crept underneath it. And you got to be careful when you're cutting this. If you're going to cut, say if it was thicker here, if I cut, how can I explain this? Let me get all this shit out of here. If one of these lighters floated up in there, and then there was lots of rubber on the bottom here, and I had to cut that rubber off. You can't cut, like I couldn't cut like this around here, because if I cut into the rubber itself, it would affect when I do the epoxy pour. You would see the cut mark, if that makes sense to you. So you have to be really careful cleaning up when you got, like, what's it called, over pour. I don't. There's a nickname for this stuff here, but I just call it crap. This stuff here, but luckily it's not thick enough. I can just roll it off with my fingers. But even that, like, say for there, if I ripped it off and if I ripped this piece off here and it ripped off there, it could affect the epoxy pour mold. So like that, you just got to be super careful. And I'm no pro at this. I'm as beginner as you get. Look at that one's coming out of there. Looks pretty easy already. So now, do I want to? I think I want to get a razor blade knife and cut this when the lighters are still in there, so it's nice and clean cut. And I'm not going to cut on the outside into the rubber. Stand by. Got this X-Acto blade. Some of you that have done molding before are probably shaking your heads. And well, I really don't care. Because, well, if I really cared, I wouldn't be doing this. Because put it this way, when I'm learning shit, I'm good at fucking it up. I'll say that for sure. But I'm the kind of guy, when I learn it and I know it, I'll never forget it. Try not to anyways. So that's that. Peel this glue off of here. I can do that later, but let's see right here. Better play it safe than sorry. This is like, what, 40 bucks worth of mold stuff here. You know, I already made the mistake by letting that box expand out. But it's okay. We just got to keep moving forward. It don't work, got to try again. And I want to say too, I thought about it, like I cut in there a little bit. That's no good, man. I carved these later cases really quick because I said, well, I'm not going to carve these like crazy museum gallery Bic lighter cases, like things. So because it's a good chance I'm going to screw this up anyway. So why waste my time? If it works out, I'll carve some really nice ones. Like, I'll spend a few hours on each one. And it won't be museum gallery. I'm just babbling. Okay, let me get this done. All right, so there's still a little bit of that glue and paper on there. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull these out with my fingers. It's making it pretty hard to do. But it's coming. Just look at that. Now, boom. Got one out. There's that stuff that's overhanging there. Let's just kind of rip it off, I guess. We got one out. That mold release stuff, I don't like the way it feels. It's kind of sticky. I can feel it on here a little bit, but it's not too bad. You just got to really let it dry, I guess. Now, I'll get these. Let's see if we can do this. Push down. Slowly come out. It's a lot easier if I only did one lighter, but I don't want to pour one lighter at a time. Boom. Got the other one out. Yep. Okay, I'll get these other ones out too. So I found a little trick. I'll just this rubber's super soft, so I just kind of push from the bottom, push it out. Well, it's not working too well on camera. I'll get these two out. I want to take a second to talk about these lighter cases. Like, I think it's hit and miss when you buy these on Amazon. That's just, what's that on there? Oh, that's just sparkle stuff. This is one I did. It's not the best. I just did it pretty quick. But this lighter sinks deeper in there. So all you'd have to do is put a little piece of paper down the bottom. I also do sign a J, my initial, and I carve a hole in the bottom. I didn't carve a hole in the bottom of these ones because I still had to do the epoxy pour, and if I carved a hole in the bottom, the epoxy could have ran up or gone through the hole. So I'll carve my initial in the hole in the bottom of these later. And let's put the camera back on the overhead. This later case, you can still use it. It's sticky from that mold relief stuff, so that's why it's still sticky. I didn't let it dry. This rubber is, I'm pretty impressed with it. This is from the bottom of the container. So, I mixed it up really good. And it's super soft. It's super strong. So, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. That's for sure. I suggest it. And this company doesn't even know who I am. What is BBDINO? But I'm going to tag them in this video. Hopefully they see it. See that even new mold makers are trying it out. So, let's let this dry. 24 hours. Come back and do an epoxy pour in here. What color should I use? I'll think about it. Sorry, back to these lighter cases. I lost my train of thought there for a second. This is one of the first ones that I got. The lighter sits in there perfect height. This is the second one that I got. You can see the lighter doesn't sit in there too perfect. Say if somebody wants to use their lighter that way, it could burn this. So all I did for these, before I poured these, I tested them with a lighter, and the lighter was sinking too far in here, leaving lots of this edge exposed. So I carved these all down to size, so they'll fit good for a lighter. Let's see. Yeah, so perfect. There's no lip there. And another thing too, like you see the lighter's kind of loose in here. Just get some tape and do a couple wraps of tape around the lighter. Then it should slide in there nice and snug. Another reason too why I carved the holes in the bottom. Here's one that I did that's flames, was pretty cool. I think I might have carved this live on YouTube. Besides, those look like little hearts. I carve a hole in the bottom because when you're pushing your lighter in, it needs, and it's going tight in there, the air needs to escape somehow, so that's why I put the holes in there too. So, and then when you got lighter nice and snug in there and the lighter runs out of gas, all you do is get a little pin or something, just and push it out. You can push it out with that hole, if that makes sense to you. Carry on. One more thing. This owl, I kind of got a rag and started wiping that micro powders off, so you can kind of see, look, at it's green there. Now it looks like it's kind of old copper or brass copper, I'd say. An old weathered copper rubber owl. Woo-hoo. So it's now the next day. I don't have my microphone plugged in. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. I mixed up this epoxy. I had this stuff. It said dark red, but when I did it, it went really pink, so I put some other stuff in there to make it darker, but now it's purple, and it's got some fruity sparkles in there. I got this tree green and this brown, so I'm going to pour the stuff in here, and now, my friends, is the time to see if I really fucked up. To see if I really fucked up. The time is when I unmold this, but I'm going to get this mold poured and in here, and I'll wait till tomorrow to unmold it. Okay? So let's, I poured extra epoxy just because I can do another owl. I can do another lighter case. So it's always good to have things on standby to fill up. Anyways, I'll get this done and in there, and wish me luck. Wish me luck. Okay? Okay, let's get one more heat. Now we wait to see if I really fucked up. So today is the magical day. What the fuck's going on here? So today is the magical day. The stuff's all hard. Yesterday when the stuff was curing, this was still soft. This is the owl one. Stuff was still soft. And I tried to pull it out of the mold. And you can see here I kind of warped it. So live and learn. Like be patient. Let your stuff cure properly. So that's not a really big deal. And this is just a silly little owl thing. But I put some green color. I dropped the little bit of green that I had left first. And this is the color of that red stuff that mixed up. But this is just some pigments that I had on the inside of the mold already. So it's got a bunch of different textures. So that's kind of neat. But it's hard. So anyways, to the point. Here is the lighter mold. They're all dry. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see on video. Yeah, you can. You can see here, like when I put this in the mold, I had it overfilling. But I guess maybe from running the compressor thing, it kind of pushed some of the mold, the epoxy out. So it looks like they're a little bit shallow here. It's okay, live and learn. So let's just pull this off. You can see it's cured when it does that easy. I'm just going to kind of give this a little bit of a wiggle to bust them loose a little bit. Now I got my compressor going. I got this air nozzle. I think I'm just going to give it a little bit of a shot of air in there, just to help release each one. I don't know if that works anything or This microphone is noise reduction, so that's probably why you don't hear it. But I'm going to wait till this compressor turns off to pull one of these out of here. I'm going to do my best to pull it out on. Well, here we go. Let me just wait till that compressor turns off. Okay, well, it was easy enough just to shut it off. So let's pull this one out of here and see how well it worked. And it looks number one is a success. Yes, it is. Let's test out what's behind door number two. And it is a success. All right. You know, the epoxy just and molding it, just like everything else, the more that you do, the better that you're going to get. Now, this is all leading up to something I haven't talked about on my channel, or really to anybody. Here's number three. Like, these colors aren't the best, but they're neat. They're something different. I had to fix that red the best I could. It's kind of purpley now, but it is a success. And you can see this was just a simple carving. They were all simple. What's behind door number four? It's a little bit of a... And I thought these bottoms were going to be a little bit too shallow, too thin, but it's a success. Fantastic. So now, like, if I want to make these molds and sell them on Etsy, I don't know. It's kind of hard to get the mold release in here, even if you put a paintbrush in there. Anyways. And here's number five. Very simple carving. I call it a success. I call it a great success. A great success. All the details are in, the simple details are in the wood spirit faces. Super happy, super pumped up. It pays to take your time and let the epoxy cure, let the mold cure like it's supposed to. Now, where's the lighter? I don't know. I don't have the hole in the bottoms here, but let's put a lighter in here. Perfect. Perfect fit. I got to wrap some tape around this lighter so it fits in there snug. So what you do, just wrap tape around here a couple times. But you see it just slides in there, no problem. Perfect height. That one's good. Here's a lighter with a bit of tape on it. I think I need to have more. So see, it fits in there a little bit tighter. So that one's good. That one's perfect. Uh-oh. Boy, it's good to have the hole in the bottom. That one's good. This one's going to be good. Then they're all perfect. Super happy. So what I'm going to do later is I'll just carve a J on the bottom, poke a little hole in here with my cutter thing. But I'm super happy. I think it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. I think anybody would be happy that's learning this. You know, so where's the one that I carved to the one that I carved in mold. Let's see here. Sorry. Where's the one? I'm going to try and match them up. Give me one sec. Okay, so this blue one is a carved one, and here's the mold of it. Man, I'm super pumped up. Now, what this is leading to, I'm I know these are based, well, these are three-dimensional molds, but I haven't done the molding that, you know, you have the whole thing. Pretend like this owl. You have a hole in a box and you mold all the way around it. You get a full three-dimensional mold, and you have to split it, and you have to have like little tubes up there for airflow. But I don't know if I'm going to get into that kind of detailed molding and stuff like that in epoxy. But what I want this to lead to, and something that I've always loved my whole life, is like bronze. I'm thinking about, not this year, but maybe possibly this winter, if I have enough money, because I got to I got to get a little forge and all that stuff. But I'm thinking about carving a Grim Reaper and bronzing it. It will be something like this, just kind of with my own style, you know, like, so that would be the chair at the bottom here. That's kind of plain, but I'd put a little skull down there or something. Even maybe put a skull in the face. It's just like I'm from the beginning. I haven't said it, but from the very beginning, why I'm doing this epoxy stuff, because I want to learn how to do bronzing. And sometimes for me, I got to start at the bottom and work my way up. And I think with molding and I think bronzing is like, you know, I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos. I got a friend that's a jeweler that he's done some bronzing. I'm gonna reach out to him pretty soon and pick his brain about it and stuff like that. I haven't seen him in a while, anyways. It'd be nice to drop in and see him. But that's my goal, is to do the bronzing. Super pumped up. What do you guys think? I'm also gonna throw these a couple of these in for the carving fusion, the giveaway, the recent giveaway that I'm having right now. So the final date for that's August 17th. But people that chip in, I got a bunch of wood carvings and stuff like that, and I'm going to be throwing some of these lighter cases in there too, for sure. Totally pumped up, super happy. Total success. Colors aren't the coolest, but that's all right. Mix up cooler colors. Now, one thing I forgot to say: the only better thing about carving them is, you know, like, here's an example. This one's carved. You know, see how that yellow breaks onto the green? It's because that green's deeper, then you carve it and you just mix the colors. You can't do that with this. You're just gonna get the colors that come like the colors. You're not gonna be able to feather them out and get different colors. If you can, like, you see how that green, see that hairline? See, if you look deeper there, it's green than yellow. You're not going to be able to do that with these, but that's fine. I am pumped up. Maybe I should sell these on Etsy. How much you guys think I should sell them for? Put a little signature on the bottom. Yeah, let me know what you think I should sell them for on Etsy. I pour all these things all day long. Thanks for the support, everybody. Carving Fusion. Super happy. Over and out. I should show you guys. I don't have my microphone hooked up, but I carved the J on the bottom and just cleaned up the bottoms. Now I got this emery cloth, Scotch Brite on a Dremel flex shaft with this sanding mandrel. Now I'm just going to clean it up. Collar done. Now the thing is too, I carved these really quick. Now I know that I can carve some really good ones and get some more of this molding stuff that worked absolutely. What's it called? BBDINO. Works fantastic. And I can make some really killer ones of these.